Welcome to the Theory Group. There has been a long history of theoretical physics at King's, beginning with Maxwell in 1863, who wrote down the equations of electromagnetism. These formed the basis for future development in theoretical physics, in particular special relativity, and it also contained gauge symmetry, which later became embodied in Yang-Mills theory. In turn, special relativity led to general relativity as formulated by Einstein in 1915. What is not well known is that general relativity was not regarded as a proper physical theory until about the mid-1950s. This change of viewpoint came about by Felix Pirani and Hermann Bondi, also at King's. They explained how to measure the physical effects of gravity waves, and their work underlies the recent spectacular discovery of LIGO, of direct gravity waves. The theory group as it is today can be traced back to 1978. It began working on supersymmetry and later string theory. At King's, some of the cornerstones in these subjects were found. For example, the maximal supergravity theories, the conformal invariance of large classes of four-dimensional quantum field theories, the theory of multiple M2 branes, and some of the early quantum properties of supersymmetric theories. Today, the theory group has 11 permanent members who are all world experts in their field. Their interests lie across supersymmetry and string theory. They include the quantum properties of black holes, the symmetries underlying a fundamental theory of strings and branes, the quantum properties of de Sitter space, the quest to find exact quantities in quantum field theories, and many other subjects. The aim of the group is to discover things that lead to long-term change in theoretical physics rather than chasing short-term fashions. The content of the MSc course reflects the interests of our members of staff, and one of its main aims is to prepare students so that they can undertake a PhD in theoretical physics. Indeed, we often take students from our MSc course onto our PhD program.
The MSc in Theoretical Physics bridges a gap between the undergraduate maths and physics that you've learnt previously and the work of researchers in high energy physics, cosmology and general relativity.
Who here knows what the Aharonov-Bohm effect is?
I've found the department to be really supportive of their students in general. In particular, the maths department at King's have been really supportive of me setting up these staff research talks that we've been doing with the theoretical physics group.
A will be different up here and down here because of the existence of the magnetic flux. It slightly melts. The glaze becomes glass.
There are courses on supersymmetry, black holes, string theory, and aspects of space-time structure, as well as courses on quantum field theory. There's a summer research project which is individually supervised by our members of staff.
King's is a great place to do a PhD because it's a very close-knit group, a very integrated group. Day to day that means it's really fun, but more generally I think it's crucial for my work. When I arrived at King's, I was really worried about how to contextualize my work. I kind of had a problem in front of me, but I found it hard to understand why this problem was a useful thing to solve and also what tools were out there to help me solve it. What I've enjoyed and kind of made the most of is that the group at King's comes from a very diverse range of knowledge and experience, which means you can have one problem which you take to kind of half a dozen people and get 6 different angles on this problem, which I think has been the only way I've been able to actually make progress with my work. I was quite scared coming into my PhD. It's very different doing research compared to doing an undergraduate or master's, but I found King's was very, very supportive, and within 6 months or something I felt very settled and I felt more confident to do what I do now. Now that I'm approaching the end of my PhD, I'm now realizing that it's not just good enough to be strong within the group. I need to get my name out there. I need to try and make a name for myself within the community. And King's has been brilliant with that because it's not easy to do, and certainly the community is vast. But King's has given me kind of the connections and the support I've needed to go and give talks places and just meet new people and really build a strong foundation for the rest of my career.
Being part of King's also means being part of the London Triangle community, which is a great benefit. It's a really large city community which involves going to different seminars, going to different graduate lecture series. We also have a lot of events being held at King's because it's very central. Both through having the opportunity to attend all of these events across London and through the fact that we can draw a lot of experienced people and experienced researchers to King's. This provides a great research opportunity for PhD students and it enables us to interact with the wider community.
So when you go to any London university, you join this wider community that Ellie was already talking about with the Triangle groups, and they're really good. But I think one of the things that really sets King's apart from the other London unis, in my biased opinion, is that the researchers who are world leaders in their field, each of them, really go above and beyond for the students. So at the moment we have 3 postgrad courses being taught by staff at King's, and they just put so much work into all of these courses, and they really, really benefit us PhD students. We also just have multiple levels of engagement between students and faculty. So we have a student-organised PhD journal club, which is just us students. It's really nice. It's kind of like a safe space where you can go and be an idiot, present a paper you don't really understand, and other people can help you understand it. We also have a sort of middle-level interaction journal club where it's students and postdocs and some fellows as well. And then that one's really relevant. There's loads and loads of new papers on there every week. And we also have our formal lunchtime seminar where we get some very good distinguished speaker in from anywhere in the world really, and they give a lunchtime seminar. But also all the faculty are all so approachable. I mean, every Wednesday they'll take the speaker out for dinner and they'll invite all the students and we can just go there and have a really nice time. And I think that really makes a difference because it really breaks down barriers. Like, I've got no fear going down to the floor below where the officers are, knocking on a door and asking any one of them a question about physics. And I think that is really important for an incoming student to feel like that. Otherwise, they're just paying for a building to sit in to go and read books on their own.
We're a very friendly group and we have a very intellectually stimulating environment with many seminars and interactions between us. So please do come and join us.